It is The Riot, the Monday, August 29th edition of the show. We did our best today, guys, didn't we?
I think
Or at least
we started
pretty
the week
good.
well, pretty good.
We did put some effort in. We tried a little bit.
We tried.
We tried some.
That's a strong word.
We showed up. What more do you want from me?
Oh, and even Isaiah came in injured, so he's really putting in some extra effort.
I didn't want to come in today. So I was laying down on the couch last night. I was like, dang, how can I get out of work? But I do that every Sunday.
Yeah.
So
But your knee's injured. You could have texted me and said, hey, I don't know. I just can't walk around.
I'm not going to be able to make it in.
Or
today.
you got to try. Sometimes if you can't get the whole day off, you got to really start working towards a half day.
A half day. That's what I thought. I was talking to Andrew last night, my roommate, and I was like, is there a difference between a sick day? Do I get an injured day?
No.
Is there such a thing? Do I get an injured day?
But that would have been a sick day.
Yeah, but I don't want to use sick days. I want to save those just in case because I know once the winter time hits, which is on the way, that's when I'm going to be sick. Right now, I'm feeling pretty healthy.
Yeah, but you can come to work sick.
Yeah, but I don't like doing that.
You could.
I could, but if I am down real bad, I want to be able to skip.
You could not. You could not come to work and also not get paid.
That doesn't sound good either. You could just not show up at all if you don't want to.
Yeah.
As the person who takes care of the people's times, when it gets to that, if someone's out of time, we negotiate. There's a lot of negotiation.
Listen here.
We never get down to the point where someone's not being paid. But
Good.
you do have to work at other times, so that's all right.
Fine. So today during the show, we kicked it off talking about how a lot of Gen Zers want to be social media influencers. And it got me thinking, obviously that's a lot of people's dream job is to post on TikTok or be TikTok famous or whatever. So if you had to have a dream job, obviously outside of this one, what would it be? If you were going to do something else, do you have something else that you would do?
So not
as a
social
dream
media
job?
influencer?
You can't pick influencer because that's such an easy one. I'd love to post on TikTok too.
Yeah.
And have people view it and be famous and get paid for that. But if I had to pick something else, what would it be?
I would like to have a TV show.
Ooh.
That's so similar to what we do right now.
I would like to have a TV show
where
Look, you're on. Go for it.
I would like to have a TV show where I travel around the world and
those British guys that you like to watch.
The travel man.
That's
you
it.
could call me, but that's already taken. So, but that'd be great. I could do that.
You could
That's
be
my
the
dream job.
You could be the
Keep
travel
dreaming.
person.
All right.
Well, that kind of falls under social media as well.
Yeah,
that's an
I know.
influencer.
That was the first thing I thought is if I was an influencer, I would just like to be the kind that travels around so that I just turned it into a TV show.
That does sound nice.
Influencer is off the list.
Do you have one, Nikki?
I wanted to be a marine biologist.
And so
I
that's
would
still
still
yours?
like to do that. Or something with animals.
Yeah,
I
that's a
like
good
animals
one.
far better than humans. So I think I would like to do something
Oh,
like
you
that.
say that now. Just wait till you have to work with them every day.
I become a marine biologist. I hate these
These
things.
ocean creatures.
Whale just thinks he knows everything. This dang whale.
He wants time off today.
Getting on
Yeah.
my nerves every single
He
time
never
I
listens.
talk to him.
Yeah,
What's
for
yours?
me, it would be I would be a day trader. That'd be mine for sure.
Yeah.
A day trader?
Stock day trading for my
Yeah, be a
house
money
every morning.
man.
I would love to do that. That would be mine 100% because you only have to work for a couple hours and then you just hang out the rest of the day. You just work in the morning. I get it knocked out and then move on with the rest of my day, which is
So-
kind of like what I do right now.
Yeah, there's one. And two, you sound like a social media influencer.
I know, right? Because then I'll post TikToks about it every day after I get done.
I think there's more money in that than there is in actually trading.
Yeah,
As
probably.
a day trader.
Well, that's a fascinating question. I mean, maybe we should ask tomorrow is anybody doing a job where
I'm sure everybody
they
has
want
one.
another one?
Yeah.
Everyone's like, well,
It's
this is
not
the
the one
job
they're
I do
doing.
now. If I could do something else, this is what I would like to do every
I
day.
know. I'm going to keep an eye on you now in case I see you day trading in there.
Yeah, I know. See me on the laptop, on my work laptop. We also talked about how BarkBox is doing a special offer right now if you get a tattoo of your dog on your body.
Yes, I agree. We did talk about that.
We did talk
I
about
don't know if I
that.
have anything to add. I don't know. I just talked myself out of getting. I can talk myself out of getting any tattoo, I guess.
I really want Hudson to get a tattoo from
Well,
the
why
show.
doesn't-
It'd be so funny.
Why can't that be the fantasy punishment?
Well, how
Oh
much does
my
that-
gosh.
How much does that cost?
To get a tattoo of your dog, you get something real little.
It
You could
doesn't
just
have
get,
to
like,
be your
gems.
dog.
Let's do this. If Isaiah or I lose, we have to get a tattoo. If Nikki loses, she has to get one removed.
Oh, that's a good one.
I have to get laser.
That's mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's mean. So, Nikki, how many
all right.
tattoos do you have?
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6.
Wow.
6. Okay, she can get one removed.
We could,
six of them.
What's one?
What's one
out
to
of the
go?
6? You still have 5 more.
You're fine.
No, that
You
You're
could
so
even, if we're
mean.
just getting a tiny tattoo, you just get a tiny part of one of your tattoos removed.
Just
No,
a little
see,
part of it erased.
Why, if you could make the fantasy punishment be something else that I want my other side of my nose pierced. So that could be the
She
punishment.
just wants an excuse to get something she
I
already
do.
wants.
And
She's
I'll
like,
get
I have to get it.
I know. I'll get another tattoo because I have far more piercings than I do tattoos. So anything's fine with me.
So
Hudson, can you imagine getting a tattoo? Like if you lost the fantasy football league.
Well, wait. What would you rather do? Get your nose pierced or get or get a tattoo?
I don't know. If I get my nose pierced, I would look so dumb.
Yeah.
I would look so dumb.
You could do a stud. You
I
look
could
good
do
with
something.
it.
I could get my nose pierced, and I know that I could like take it out after, like, if I had to wear it for like a month or something. I'd look so dumb for a while, but then like I could take it out and it would close up. If I get a tattoo,
that's forever.
It's
but you
forever.
could. I'm sure if we had to come up with a tattoo for one of us,
We'd find something.
we could think of something that would that
It'd
wouldn't
be
really
real low
affect you too
key.
much.
Yeah. Like I'm telling you, I asked Andrew, my roommate, yesterday. I said, what'd be really funny is if we got lip tattoos.
Yeah,
Because they go
inside.
away in like 2
They do.
years or whatever it is. And then you only have to show people if you want, and it'd be really funny if I got like Savage on my lip right here.
And it only feels like you got a little burn, like in your lip. So
yeah.
it doesn't hurt.
Well,
too
you've done
much.
it?
No,
Nikki has
no.
3 in her mouth right now.
Open up,
She
Nikki.
got one in I got one in the cheek and both bottom and top.
All right, well, just don't be babies with it, guys. All right, it's
I
not
am a baby.
painful.
I mean, the sad thing is though, if we did get a tattoo for the show for losing the fantasy football league, you'd have that as a reminder forever.
Well, that's a great
that you
Get a
punishment.
henna, you know? Get a henna tattoo.
A temporary one.
A temp tat.
All right, well,
I don't
think
know.
about
If
it.
you really want that to be the punishment, I'm not going to finish last, so I'm fine. And
That's
that
what
would
they
really
say.
motivate me.
That's
That's
'cause-
what everybody says.
Yeah.
I don't care about it.
Nikki's
so I'm
gonna
gonna
come in
finish
last.
last.
Yeah.
So please make it something that I
But
want
we
it
get
done
to,
anyway.
we get to
My
pick the
nose
tattoo
piercing.
at least.
Pick it. Are you nuts? If I'm getting a tattoo, I get to choose for
No,
sure.
I mean for Nikki, we get to pick which one Nikki
Oh.
gets.
Nope.
If she finishes last.
No,
No,
there's
just-
no way.
I want the nose thing done. Let's
She's
just
like,
make it
the
that.
nose thing for her, and then for us, it's like a lip tattoo.
I would let you do it. We could buy the piercing thing from Amazon.
Oh, man, you're crazy.
You know what? Actually, that
I
could
couldn't
be
be
kinda
in the
fun.
room. I
That could be
couldn't do
kinda
it.
fun.
All right, guys, we'll just think of these ideas. We got to work
Text
more
them in.
on Thursday for our fantasy football league. But yeah, you're welcome to text in at 877-2-RADIO-U. But make it something. Yeah, it's great when your punishment is something you wanted anyways, but you've just been too lazy to do.
And you're trusting Hudson to do it.
Yeah, if you could schedule it, that'd be great.
It is the
Have
right.
a
See
good
you
day.
guys.
It's the worst of the riot on Radio U.
Good morning, Nikki. Good morning, Isaiah.
Good morning.
I've got a.
Good morning, Isaiah's knees. No.
Good morning.
Someone played basketball yesterday and is feeling it.
A little bit inflamed, slightly swollen, but I'm okay for the most part. I'll make
Okay.
it through today. If I can go home early, I'm not opposed to that either. Last night I was laying on the couch and I was like, how do I like turn this into like a work injury to where I can just leave really early in the day tomorrow?
I mean, there's no
I
way
would've-
to prove that you didn't get it while you were at work.
I know.
is
Maybe I
there?
should just like take a tumble down the stairs real quick and be like, I think I need to head
It's,
out.
Well, that's too late now because you just said, I'm fine.
I know. I'm good. I swear.
You should have come in a little bit stronger and be like, I don't think I can even walk.
Really gimping around.
Why didn't you? Why weren't you thinking
My
that?
roommate Andrew's like, you sit down every day, all day. You can get through the workday even if your knees hurt.
You could at this point, since you do sit down and you got your blanket and your slippers on and stuff, you could just put your feet up even more. You
Elevate
want to
it.
make sure to elevate them.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna have to do the rest of the show. Have my foot in Hudson's face.
That's just
Could
what,
you get him some ice, Hudson?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Please?
Oh, wait,
Could you give me
hold on.
maybe
Who
a
works for-
massage? I don't know.
Oh,
Who
with
works for
that.
who here?
Well, I mean, he's injured, so
Yeah,
you
I'm
can't
hurt.
expect him to get to the break room.
Is this like one of those I changed your diapers, so now you're gonna change mine?
Precisely.
Situations.
Well, first off, I was just saying an ice pack. So
Yeah, I don't want you to change my diaper.
you escalated it way more than that, and I don't think he's that injured.
Isaiah has been changing our diapers as the producer of the show for so long, and I guess we do have to pay it back.
Time to repay me the favor.
It's yeah. He's
Well,
in a
you
way,
tell
he's like
me-
our parent.
You He is our
And now
dad.
he's in a home.
Aw, we need to take care of you. If
Yeah.
you need a refill or anything on your drink, you just let us know.
Okay, I'll let you guys know.
One of us will go walk over and get it for you.
A week from now, I'm gonna be like, Hudson, refill. He'll be like, your knee's not even hurt anymore. What's wrong with you?
If you start bringing in a bell tomorrow,
Yeah, really.
Could somebody help me, please?
So I have a survey here talking about social media influencers. You guys have a favorite?
a favorite influencer?
Yeah.
Not so much. I go more on I just enjoy particular videos that become more of a viral thing.
Yeah.
But if someone has a viral hit, it doesn't mean that you're just following them now as your favorite influencer.
So Addison Rae then?
No. No, not at all.
I have a survey here that says that for Gen Z, that's like the youngest generation that's actually old enough to be a generation, about 25% of Gen Zers aspire to be a social media influencer.
Oh, that's what they want to be?
Yeah. You think that's high, low, just right?
Who wouldn't want to allow your social media to pay you enough to just do that only?
Well, apparently 75% of Gen Zers. What about you, Isaiah? You think you want to be an influencer?
See, I think being an influencer would be great because then you can just post. But I feel like it is more work than you realize.
It has to be, right?
With all the TikToks and stuff. If you actually wanted to be able to make a lot of money off of it, you'd have to post so many videos and do so much stuff outside of it. But it does feel like a lot of people want to be some sort of influencer because on my Instagram, it just feels like everyone's flooding their own vlogs, and I really don't need to watch those.
Well, and also you have to decide too, if you love social media so much, it'll ruin it for you if it becomes your job.
Yeah.
But if you make enough money, become popular enough, then you hire people to run your social media. Maybe it gets easier then.
Yeah, it's a real, I don't know, it's a balance you have to strike. But I do think there's definitely, you just don't know how much goes into it until there's actually money on the line for you. But I don't know if it's all about money or maybe if it's just people want to be.
It's always about the money.
I think people just want to be adored.
Oh, true.
You're
they
not
just want
wrong.
the attention.
I do love it.
And the money
I
that
do
comes
love it.
with that is that's a perk. But what you really want is all the likes and comments and attention. But I think it is promising. 75% of people don't say that they want to be a social media influencer.
Well, they were
and
saying,
there still has to be people that are there to be influenced,
they were
right?
saying a lot of people want either to be an influencer that makes money, but then they also say that you could regularly post on social media, and instead of the money and stuff, that you do want to just gain followers. So you just want more people seeing what you're doing each time. So they say that 35% of men care more about followers compared to 31% of women.
What do I care about?
You don't care about
Clearly not
anything.
followers.
You don't care about anything social media. You are not
That's
the
what
right
I was
one.
thinking.
I post on TikTok all the time.
Okay, outside of that, and that's shocking.
It is surprising. You don't even have Instagram.
It's the only place I post. And you know what? I always believe this, that if you're creating great content, the followers will come to you.
Sure.
So we must not be creating great content.
That's what I'm thinking.
Hey, there's a lot of content in the pool.
It's
so
an
it's hard.
untapped pool we found. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's go back to Isaiah's bad knee today. We're going to have to capitalize on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll have to work on that.
How
Make a
can we
TikTok of me.
Spin
Yeah.
that into some great content.
Okay, you start recording him hobbling back.
This is Radio U's Worst of the Riot.
This is one story that I know Nikki is going to hate. And so in a way,
That's why you want to share it.
that is why I want to share it. And in a way, even though I don't like the idea either, it would just entertain me so much if this was something that came to the United States that because of how it would upset Nikki, that I kind of just wanted to happen.
Well, okay. I don't like thinking that toilet water is any way connected to drinking water. I understand it's all water.
Yeah.
But what bugs me is here at Radio U, when someone flushes a downstairs toilet, the water pressure goes down
Yeah.
to where, even if you're getting it from the fridge, the water goes down and you're filling up your water, the toilet flushes and it feels like it's taking from that water and somehow and then filling back up with toilet water.
Yeah.
So I don't like thinking that the two can be connected, that I'm drinking someone's toilet water.
Well, now I didn't realize, but that is actually something that could kind of, in some roundabout sense, be true. It sounds ridiculous what Nikki just said, but in the UK, they are now considering what they call a toilet to tap system because they've experienced some water shortages. It is tough to keep everybody's water, taken care of, especially when they go through heat waves there. They've had water shortages. So in an effort to curb that issue, they may start using toilet, bath, and sink water that they will put through what the quotes they use, advanced purification, so that it can become drinking water.
Oh, they said that people need to become less squeamish. Right.
That's the tough one. That's from Chief Executive of the Environment Agency, Sir James Bevan. He says, whatever, you just need to become less squeamish. So you're going to be drinking toilet water.
It's
What's the big
purified.
deal? Right, yeah. I know it's not what's the other thing he said? It's not a system that many people fancy, but it's just what we're going to have to do.
Well, they say this could be in the UK, so it's not here, by 2030, and they want to reduce the, the lean on the waters from reservoirs for drinking water. So instead, and it'd be perfectly safe and healthy, so no problem. I mean, we haven't heard of purification systems failing or anything.
Yeah, right. All it takes is one, right? Well,
One fail.
I love that they have a helpful diagram here to show you how it works. We've got a picture. Toilet, sink, and bathtub.
Why is that stuff brown?
It's got the brown water coming out of all of them. And then it says large debris is removed as it passes through the first round of screens.
Just awful.
That makes the water green in this diagram. Then microorganisms are reduced by filtering the water through membrane reactors.
Oh, great.
See the membrane reactor.
They'll fix it
That's
all.
all you need.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not because there's several layers of filtration. Then the water goes through reverse osmosis. We're all familiar with that, right? Which removes 99% of impurities.
That's not 100.
So we're down to 1% poop. And then the water is exposed to UV light, which scrambles the DNA of any remaining microorganisms. And then all of a sudden, you've got clean drinking water again, coming straight from the toilet.
Yep.
Literally one tube from the toilet to your tap, just with 4 filters in it. And you're good to go.
I'm sorry, but I've moved on. I only drink glacier water, which I'm sure has its own poop in it.
Yeah.
And volcano water. So I can't have this.
Those just have other different kinds of poop.
I'm okay with that. It's just not stranger.
Well,
stranger ones.
So does it bother you just to drink it, or like if you're using this also to shower with, would that be a problem?
I never thought about that. I have another problem.
Better start thinking.
I know. You're right.
We've had water shortages here in the U.S. as well.
No,
so.
I just need to not have to have water by then.
And the truth is, all water you get comes in this, it came from the toilet once upon a time. It's just gone through different tubes, unlike this, where it really looks like it would just go through one.
Just don't want to. And now that I see the diagram, I see how there is an opportunity for a failure during the process.
Yeah.
Find more Riot content online. Riot.radiou.com.
Over the weekend, there was not one, but 2 high-profile injuries. One was Isaiah, our very own.
Very high
who,
profile.
Injured his knee playing pickup basketball somehow.
It wasn't pickup basketball.
What do you mean?
It was a men's league. Very competitive.
And they let you in?
They let me in as a man.
Were you filling in?
I was filling in as a sub. They only had 5 guys, so then I filled in, and it was exhausting.
Did
it was
you
terrible.
ask why you were filling in for the guys? Like maybe the guys that were out also hurt.
They all got hurt last Sunday because there's 10 people on the team, and they only got 5 to come because it's men's league, very casual on Sundays. And then they were we need people or else we're going to be dying because no one's actually in shape, and it's a long game.
Mm-hmm.
And by the second half, we were all so tired. We were kind of just walking up and down the court.
Why don't they just shorten the game then?
That's just not how it works. It's not how it works.
So
you don't let the injuries win.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hudson.
right.
You just gotta power through. The first half, everybody's running around. The second half, everyone's just gimping.
So how is your
Which is
basketball
how you
abilities
are today.
I'm
Are
a
you
pretty
any
solid
good?
basketball player. Yeah, I'm pretty okay.
How in the ranking of the guys out there? Where were you on? The
I would
list?
say I was pretty solid. Like out of the three of us in this room, I would say I'm definitely the best.
Okay,
You don't
wait.
even know. You've never
That
seen any of
was-
us
I don't
play
need
any
to see.
basketball.
I don't need to see.
No one asked that. They said out of the players.
I know.
Yeah,
I was just
right.
saying. I was comparing the riot. I looked over at Hudson. I could just tell by looking at
I
him.
see. He doesn't want to give the other men's league guys any bulletin board material. I get
Yeah,
it.
I mean, I might have to fill in again. I don't want to talk crap about him on the radio, but I
exactly.
did ball out
Yeah.
on him.
But
You know, you and your attitude right there almost made me suggest we play a game, and then I remembered I don't want to play the game.
Then he's like, you know what? I would show you, but I'll just let the imagination do the
That's
work.
right.
if we never play, it can't be proven
No,
that
I'll
he's
just
better.
have Eric sub in for me.
Yeah, well, that doesn't seem as fair.
So, like I said, though, there was multiple high-profile injuries, not just Isaiah's knee, but also in another meaningless game over the weekend. We had an injury at an NFL preseason game. It was the final week of NFL preseason stuff, and it was not an actual NFL player that was injured. Oh, no. It was the Baltimore Ravens mascot,
Oh, what happened to him?
Poe the Raven.
Yeah.
Named, of course, for Edgar Allan Poe. He got tackled by a youth football player during halftime of the Ravens preseason game. He had to be carted off the field. He or she or whatever, the Raven, had to be carted off of the field
If you watch,
with a
it's-
leg injury.
it's sad because you're like, oh, it's just youth league players, so little players,
Versus
Children.
like adults.
children's, and they took him out.
They did you see the video of the child actually tackling Poe the
Yeah.
Raven, and he does a dance afterwards, which is always it's funny when they just do a dance after a tackle, but it always hits different when they do a dance and the Raven is behind them in pain. But why did the Raven have to get carted off? It has wings, right? Do ravens fly?
Oh my gosh! Can it just not fly off?
Right.
Well,
Just
can't,
scoot off.
I guess it has to land, and that might be difficult with only one leg.
I think it's just playing the Raven.
Because this was like what? This is like the halftime show. They do they have a bunch of mascots essentially playing against a bunch of youth football players. And the worst part is those mascots realistically, that Raven probably has to go to work today. There's no way his full-time job is being the mascot for the
Probably
Ravens.
not.
Oh, you don't
and
think so?
I don't think there's a way.
I
the sheer-
imagine
wait.
he's also something else within the
I
organization.
don't know. Maybe he goes and visits hospitals or something, they get the mascots to do all the events. But then
Yeah.
again, it's a longstanding thing that cheerleaders in the NFL, that's not their full-time job. You think the mascot gets treated better than the cheerleaders?
Are you the mascot?
I am the mascot. That is me.
That's you.
When I said men's league, that's what I
You
actually
meant
meant.
youth football halftime of a
I am-
preseason NFL game.
I am the
League.
Raven for the Baltimore Ravens.
We
No.
found you out.
What a secret.
Well, hopefully he's okay. And I'm sure they had a talking to the youth player who ended up hurting their mascot.
This is The Riot. Radio U.
It just wouldn't be the riot if we didn't talk about dogs at some point during the show. And so I have here an offer for you two guys and myself and any dog owners out there can participate in this. How would you like if your dog could earn you $150 in gift cards?
Well, about time, right?
yeah.
I was going to say, if we're going to make it even here, he needs to make me a lot more than that for
But
the
that's
torment
something
I've
to
been
start
through.
with.
That is a good starter.
Although I had to point out that the gift cards are for Bark, like Bark Box.
Yeah.
So it's basically
just goes right back to
your
him.
dog. Yeah, it's
Nice.
just for your dog to get something. But here's how: if you would like to be able to treat your pooch, what you got to do is get a tattoo of your dog. If you get a tattoo of your dog, Bark Box, they are offering 100 people $150 gift cards, like $150 each.
Yeah.
For the first 100 people who will agree to get a canine tattoo somewhere on their body. So you've got to beat the rest of the people out there. Be one of the I don't know if it's the first 100 people or if they're going to
I think they're just
select
randomly
100
selecting people.
that have dog tattoos. So
And this started
you got to get on that.
in honor of National Dog Day, which was last Friday.
Yeah. So would you guys do it?
Sure.
You would?
Yeah, I would.
Is it worth it?
That was like no questions
Yeah,
asked.
right.
Yeah, sure, I'd do it. For me, no.
I'm the only one in the room who has tattoos.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
adding another tattoo is not a big deal.
Yeah,
As
so you've
long as
already
it's-
sullied your body
It's
with
fine.
nonsense.
It's
yeah,
fine. It
why
doesn't
not?
mean anything to
Uh-huh.
me. Unless you're talking like I have to get some big massive like sleeve of their actual face. You can get more like an artistic take on your dog. It doesn't have to be a portrait of them.
See, what I'm thinking is like you've got 3 dogs, so are you doing like a 3-headed dragon over there? Like, what's your plan?
Like a Cerberus situation.
How do you pick
awesome.
one?
No, each one has their own. I'd want to make sure. I don't want to group them together. They
Yeah, of
are
course.
individuals, and I'd get their own little ones, and then I get more money.
What about you? You never
Even
had
though
a tattoo?
tattoos are more money than the $150.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
It's gonna be more
probably.
expensive just to get the tattoos, let alone comparatively so to $150 for me. Gym on my body. Hard no. Every time I come to work, I try to forget about him. If I come here and I have a picture of him on my arm, it's just gonna remind me he's probably peeing in my bed right now.
You could put like little stink marks coming
Yeah,
off
exactly.
them.
He would have like the stench coming off, the little lines. No, if I would not be able to do like a picture of his face because I know for a fact too, Jim Basset Hound, he has like a saggy face as is. So if I got that tattoo of him by the time that I'm like 50 years old,
wouldn't
his
be
face would be
bad.
so saggy, and they'd be like, "Well, was this like right before he died, or how long have you had this tattoo for?"
Oh
Well,
my
I think
gosh.
it's a good idea. It's fun.
Yeah, but what if? But you love Jim, right?
Love
Even though
Jim.
So why don't you get him? Why don't you get a tattoo of like a happy moment you had with him, and then when he makes you upset when he pees on your leg in the bed, you could look at that tattoo and go, "Oh, yeah." But I know he's making
I
me
still
angry
love
now.
him.
But
Once I have a happy moment, I'll consider.
You could
Once I get one of those.
right on your arms, and then when your veins bulge
Oh
because you're mad at
yeah,
him.
the angry. I need one like right on my temple of him, so when the vein pops out, I'm like, oh, yep, there's Jim. But if I couldn't do like a picture of his face, I could do like, I mean, obviously his name. If I got like a little like just JIM like on my body somewhere, that wouldn't be terrible. I'm not doing a full portrait of his face. Maybe like his ears. He's pretty well known for the
People
big
have done
ears.
that.
so-
They just did like the ears, just like an outline of that. So
kind
it's
of
not
like
a full thing.
the Alfred Hitchcock picture, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, if I hid that somewhere like where no one would ever see it, then I would consider.
See, I was thinking.
Devin says, "I love you." Like I want no one.
Like
to
I hope
see
no
this.
one ever sees this. I'm putting it on the bottom of my foot.
See, I was thinking that, like, I've never gotten a tattoo. I don't really have any interest. But if I was to get a tattoo, I think Saphira the dog makes a lot of sense because, she's a dog. It's not like something's going to come out terrible about her that she killed a guy or something. And then I will be.
Or you broke up.
Yeah, and I'm not going to feel bad about having the tattoo. And I'm probably going to outlive her. So it'd be like a way to keep the memory going. But, it would have to not be like a dog portrait because I'm looking at some of these that people have submitted, and I'm sorry to say,
Those are big.
they're big and pretty gaudy. Like they don't look good. They do not.
Hey, I think it looks pretty good.
You think so?
I mean, I don't think it looks good, but it's a good picture.
I don't
Like
know.
they did a good job of drawing it. That one that you're looking at right now is kind of
pretty bad,
trash.
right? That's
That's kind of a bad
chocolate
one.
lab. They did not really
Yeah.
capture that very
That
well.
one's.
That's. Look at that. It
I
looks like a
know.
Liz Frank coloring.
It's a golden retriever.
What is
It looks
going on?
like
You did not.
Boston
What?
Terrier. Looks like there. I can
Was
tell
it
what
in the
each of the
school
dogs
stuff?
is.
The what?
The school stuff,
Liz Frank is all like the trippy
Unicorns?
color. Yeah,
It did kind of look like that though.
That's what that dog looks
It was like wrapped in flowers. I mean, that's clearly a golden retriever. I can tell what every single dog is.
I think
They're
it-
good tattoos, but at the same time, that one's like a husky with a crown on his head. It's just a lot. Like that's a
Yeah.
lot to have on your
They're
body.
really big. They just look like like they don't look that artistic. They just look like a drawing somebody did, like a coloring page or something. And then the ones that are colored are way too colorful.
Hudson, you and tattoos are not going to work out then.
Yeah, I don't
There's
want it
only
unless
so
it's going to
much
be
you can
perfect,
do.
and it's not going to be perfect.
Aw,
so,
well, if you want
sorry,
to,
Zafira.
If you want to look up the BarkBox stuff, they're doing the 100 people. They're going to pay you $150 in BarkBox money to 100 people if you're willing to tattoo your dog on you, and that's what they're offering.
You have until Friday to share a photo of your best friend, your Fido pal, and your tattoo.
So then Hudson can critique your tattoo. Make sure
yeah.
to show the pics.
Evidently, I'm not going to like it.
Thanks for watching the worst of the riot. Since you made it this far, you might as well like, subscribe, and check out riot.radiou.com for even more riot.